What's up, guys? DJ Friktion here to remind you, if you really enjoy what we do here at 102.DLG Radio, take the time to support our program by going over to our official website, www.102DLGRadioOrlando.com, and donate today. That's right, son of y'all. Go on over and donate today and show your love for the show, y'all, and we'll keep doing what we do here. Much love.
Are you in need of some love advice, money advice, or career advice? If so, simply purchase your reading via irishpsychic.net. Readings are delivered within 24 hours and can give you all the details you require. Tarot, pendulum, crystal ball. The answers all lie within. Readings start from as little as €3, £2, $4. Log on today and see what's in store for you. irishpsychic.net for all your psychic needs.
Check out the weekly rundown with yours truly, the Professor, every Tuesday night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. right here on 102 DLG Radio Orlando.
Check us out on iHeartRadio. That's right, set of y'all. You can check us out on iHeartRadio each and every single week. Bring you the best in talk radio, plus bring you the top 40, bring you some of the best in dance hits, some merengue, some salsa, and if you're good to us, we're going to bring you some classic 80s. So spread the love, y'all. Let everybody know it's going down. It's happening right here on iHeartRadio at 102.DLG Radio with yours truly, DJ Friktion, and the Professor, Michael Benson.
This is Da.Latin.Groove.Radio.Show. This show could quite possibly, and sometimes does, contain adult content. And basically what that means, if you're under 18, they're going to talk about sex and drop the F-bomb a few times. So you're not supposed to listen. You've been warned, and now it's time for the adults to get their groove on.
DLG coming at you for free, broadcasting worldwide with the Professor by my side. Yeah. Hip hop party, rock music playing, run the clock, live stream, girl stream. We just hit the mainstream. Yeah, this is my dream, and you are all my light, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Jessie J.
Yeah, you listen to 102 DLG Radio, and we are broadcasting live on this very special Tuesday night with yours truly, DJ Friktion. Joining me is the Professor Michael Benson and Kevin, the Iceman Tapee, who looks like he's falling asleep. Wake up. Oh my goodness, that was perfect. I'm alive. We come up live and he's just like, no, he's falling asleep on us.
Not yet. No.
Are you still a little fatigued from your cruise?
I am a little bit, yeah. I mean, it was, it was a good 6 days, and drove all the way home on Saturday. Had to do all the laundry from the cruise on Sunday. Get the stuff done around the house, and, then back to normal yesterday. So, yeah, it's catching up. We'll be all right, though.
So, how was your trip in general? Did you do anything special besides drink? Because it looked like as soon as you got on board, you was like ready to go.
He was a lush. He was a lush.
It wasn't as bad as normal though. I mean, I got on the ship, got in the cabin, and there was beer waiting for me. How awesome is that? There was beer in the cabin already waiting for me.
What do they do? Take a drink order of your favorite beer before you get on or something?
No, my wife had taken care of it before I'd gotten on. She'd ordered it through the ship and had it waiting for me.
Ah, that's even better.
So, yeah, that is even better. So
I
had some beer, and then went up to the Lido deck and had some more drinks and spent some time in the casino drinking. So yeah, it was pretty much a drinking cruise.
So let me ask you. I know you went on using Carnival, right?
Right.
So, was Carnival's casino, was it pretty decent size? Because I know the one that I'm going on in a couple of weeks, it's from what I saw from pictures, it looked really, really tiny for the casino. So
I think you might be surprised. The casino on Carnival takes up about a third of a deck.
wow.
So it's pretty big. There's probably 150 slot machines. There's one of those coin games where you drop the coins in and try to push them over the edge. There's the Cash Cube game. I don't know if you've seen these. You might have seen them in like arcades with video games and stuff in it where you try to push a bar through a hole and knock something off.
Yeah.
So they've got Cash Cube games, and they've got probably, I don't know, 8 or 9, maybe 10 tables of either blackjack or craps or, table games. And then they've got
roulette?
Yeah, they have roulette, and then they have a poker table that's, I don't exactly know how it works, but it's like virtual cards. There are no real cards. They just pop up on a screen in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can play at a table.
Money.
Yeah.
You play them at a table, not at. Usually you find those around the slot machines.
Well, they have games like that, but this is where you play other people. You don't play the computer. You play real people.
Okay, I got you.
So, yeah, and of course there's always that guy sitting at the table wearing his cowboy hat and sunglasses. So, he was there sitting at the end of the table and was there pretty much all week. So
did you get lucky, Kevin? Did you win any money on the cruise? Or did you
actually
lose it all?
Yeah, I thought you meant something else, and then I was going to say I had to take my son along, so that wouldn't work. But actually, I did. I came out ahead this time. It doesn't happen very often, but I came out about $75-$100 up this time, which is unusual.
Yeah.
Last day of the cruise, I was sitting in a machine in the middle of the afternoon on a sea day, and I threw in $20 and walked away with about $175, somewhere in there. So I was happy.
Yeah, see, if that was me doing that now, I would be completely broke.
Well, see, what you got to realize, Mr. DJ Friktion, is this. You get a pretty decent rate getting on the boat, and you're out there and everything. They're going to hit you for the drinks if you didn't buy the drinks. They're going to make their money on the liquor and on the drinks because the food is inclusive, right? And then comes the gambling. That's all profit. Everything you lose is all profit to them. They're going to make more on that casino that ever had, no matter how big or small it is, probably tenfold compared to what they're going to make on your ticket.
Well, I'm sure, and maybe you can confirm this, but I know usually when you go to a casino, the drinks are included as long as you're gambling. But I'm sure it's not like that on the boat.
It's not like that on the ship unless you Carnival, I don't know about Royal Caribbean. They probably have something similar, but Carnival has a program that when you gamble to a certain amount, then your drinks are free. Mm-hmm. I never get to that point because it's too far for me to do that. I'm only playing, 70, 80 cents a spin. I'm not doing, $5-10 like some of these people are. I mean, I was sitting next to a guy that was betting $100 every time on the slot machine. I was looking at him like, more power to you, bro. Go for it. That's why the Rat charges more money for his cruise ship. The Rat charges more money because he doesn't have gambling. I'm talking about Disney.
Right.
They don't have gambling, and they don't sell as much in drinks because it's mostly families who don't drink. That's why they charge so much money.
Speaking of Disney, I happen to, I still got friends that work at Disney because I used to work at Disney for a little bit. And so one of our friends called us up and said, hey, what are you doing? Come out and hang out with us. So we went up to Hollywood Studios the other day, and I kind of had a bad experience with a young lady. We went to go order some food, and the lady just was not only rude, but she acted like she didn't want, when you work for Disney, you're supposed to be, the happy place on earth. You're supposed to be very customer service oriented, and this girl was just looked like she didn't want to be there. She acted like she didn't want to take our order, and she was grumpy. I wish there was a number I could have called to report.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. The 7 or 8 times that I've been to Disney, they, I don't really see where their customer service was but mediocre.
Yeah, so that was the difference for me on Carnival. I mean, my gosh, that's why we sail them. I mean, we got on and we were having lunch upstairs the first day we were there, and I hear this voice, and she's like, "Oh my God, Ryan, you've gotten so big." And I turned around, and it was a lady that we had cruised with. She was working on the Carnival Freedom 3 years ago, and she remembered my son.
That's nice.
Now think about how many passengers she's seen in 3 years.
Oh yeah.
And she remembers my son. And then she saw us, and she goes, "Oh, Mr. Kevin, Miss Kirsten, how are you doing?" I was blown away. I mean,
well,
why should she remember me?
That's kudos to your son, because he must have left a very, very big impression on the lady.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I hear that, from time to time, those cruise members, they remember your face that whole week you're on that ship. They remember your name. They remember where you sit.
They better. They want a tip. They won't forget.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we did take care of her the last time. I don't know how much we gave her, but we did take care of her. But, there's probably a lot of people that do. So for her to remember us three and a half years later, that's pretty good. So
I mean, listen, for her to be still working on a cruise ship 3.5 years later, that says something.
Well, I think she's been on cruise ships since she turned 22, and she's 29, so she's been on there 7 years. And the waiter we had in the dining room, this was his 23rd year working on cruise ships. So, but you got to realize these people come from very poor countries like the Philippines and Indonesia, and very poor countries, and that's their income. So, and they make more money on a cruise ship than they would at home.
Yeah, you're damn right.
We had one guy who owned a business back in the Philippines, and he was one of the wealthiest people in town. But he worked on a cruise ship, and that's how he got to be one of the wealthiest members in his town. So,
because he makes that American dollar.
I'm jealous. Yeah. Well, we're glad you enjoyed your cruise at least. Mine's just about 3.5 weeks away, so it ain't coming fast enough.
I bet. I know that feeling.
So what's been up with you, Professor? I know last week I wasn't feeling good. So I do apologize to everyone. For everyone who knows me well, and Professor knows this, but I got hurt a couple of years ago working for Walmart, and every now and then my back really just hasn't. If you look at me now, my face, you can tell I'm in pain. It's been driving me crazy. So
yeah, when you're feeling like that, you can't have sex. You got to understand that.
Oh my goodness!
Because all the grinding and all the movement and all the motion is not conducive with the bad back.
If I'm in pain, I'm just gonna let the girl do all the work.
Well, still, it's like a I know they have more push into the cushion, but if they're bouncing up and down on you, it's not good for you either.
It didn't take long, did it?
No, it didn't. So we didn't get to broadcast last week, and it kind of gave us time to kind of relax. But
my question is, DJ proposed to his young lady this past week, right?
No, I didn't propose.
I thought you proposed.
No, I spoke to the family.
You said you asked the question.
No, I went to ask the permission.
And then
of the family.
And then you posted.
No, I sent you the picture of the ring.
Oh. I didn't get a picture of the ring.
You didn't get? Oh wait, hold on a second. Hold on, y'all carry on the conversation. Let me go get this ring.
So is this where I start singing? Why you gotta be so rude?
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm gonna marry her anyway.
So he's already asked her, basically, Kevin. So
yeah,
it's a. I mean, she's already talked about the ring and what ring, and having a choice, and because I was gonna find a ring for him because that's what I do. I'm into pawn business, and so all three of us have already had a big old discussion about that.
But hey, listen, I mean,
so it's an assumed fact that they're getting married.
Look, well, yeah, I mean, you want to make sure if you're gonna be with somebody, you want to make sure that they're gonna be happy with what they're gonna get, right? You can't just say, hey, let's go to a pawn shop and give her a ring from a pawn shop. She thinks it has juju off of somebody else's relationship, and if it didn't work out for them, hey, you're gonna put it on your finger. Right?
Let me put a carat and a half in front of her face, and let me put a little 40-point or 30-point stone and say, well, this is all I could afford. But I had to turn this down because it had juju. I got Denise over that real quick. Believe me.
Yeah, I know.
Denise knows. You can get some good deals at pawn shops. Good stuff, man.
Denise and I weren't married 3 years, and when I started with Value Pawn in '96, I walked in on when I was training for their store, their program, their training manager program, and I walked to the back counter, back where we do all our work at, and I see a nice 1.5 carat center stone with two 40-point pairs next to the marquee. Mm-hmm. Solid gold, heavy, nice ring, and it had 1,800 on it. I said, somebody made a damn mistake on this one, because that's a $7,800 ring all day long. Yeah. And it was not a perfect, very, very little inclusion, but it had a fissure through it, which downgraded the quality. Yeah. So it was an I1, but F color, which is extraordinary color. Mm-hmm. And I said to the manager, I said, whose ring is this? He said, oh, it came out. I said, well, it's mine now. I said, I'm buying it. What are you going to charge me?
Is that the one you brought by a couple of months ago?
No, that was another one. I found another one then. And he said, you're buying it? I said, yeah, it's for sale, right? I said, yeah, I'm buying it. And he said, it's such and such a price. I said, no, it's priced $1,800. That's what I'm paying for it. And I got that ring. When we bought our house, Denise decided to sell the ring so we'd have enough money for our down payment. Mm-hmm. I got $8,800 for that ring. I made $7,000 profit. Mm-hmm. Okay, for the juju. All the juju in the world can't take money out of my pocket.
Well, you're smart.
But once it's off somebody else's finger, that juju's gone anyway.
You know, Kevin, what most people don't realize, all those diamonds you find in a jewelry store. You know, I deal with corporate jewelers all the time coming in and buying diamonds from us. Mm-hmm. They buy the diamonds from us. And then they go to their stores or to their corporation and they basically clean the stone and reset it in a different setting and supply all their stores with it, and you'll never know it. So every diamond you buy has juju.
Well, she is being very particular. She just has a little thing about
I help you break her of it.
Oh, you go ahead and you do that.
I hope you break her.
But this is the ring that I got her, and I know Kevin can't see it, but if you go on over to the official website, you'll be able to. It's on there. Let me go ahead and this is the ring that I got her. This is the one she wanted, and I'm going to pass it over to you in a second, Professor. That's the one she wanted. So that's what I got her.
I got no light over here. Oh, I remember it now. Okay. Yeah, I like that. That's an illusional setting, they call that. It makes it look like one stone, but...
Yeah. It's multiple.
Yeah. Denise had one. Not that one, but I mean that type. Yeah. And she liked it. I mean, those are nice rings.
Take how much... Guess how much does that cost?
Probably that one there. Where'd you buy it?
Just guess.
Just
guess.
Probably at that store... I don't know their markup on...
I got it on a special.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
During the holiday.
You know, I know that particular store how they price, so probably $9.99.99.
Actually, I got it. It was almost $8.98 was the original cost for it.
Well, there you go.
But I got it for $100 cheaper.
That's what I'm saying. I was right there on their price point. Now, you want to know what I would sell that in the shop for?
What's up?
That ring right there?
How much?
Is that white gold?
Yes.
10 or 14 karat?
10 karat.
10 karat. Okay. That's what I'm asking. 10 or 14
10 karat.
So I would sell that particular ring probably for $349, $359.
Don't give the girl no ideas.
Okay. Are you ready? Well, because we in a pawn shop don't mark our jewelry stores, dime stores, what I call dime stores, Kohl's, all those type of stores. They mark their jewelry up 1,000%. Their markup from cost is 1,000%.
Yeah.
Jewelry stores in general, in actual K's and Zales and all those stores, their markup could be anywhere from $500 to $1,000 also. I don't have a markup. I don't have to pay anybody to make the ring. I don't have to,
because you have no overhead.
Exactly.
You have just you.
But and the point being is that's why I say you can go see me and get 5 times the ring for 5 times less the price.
Well, think about the process of the diamond ring in general. First off, somebody's got to mine it. That costs money. Well, somebody has to buy it, go there to buy it, costs money. Then you got to have somebody that looks at it and cuts it. That's money. Then you got to have somebody that sets it. That's money. Then you got to have somebody that buys it and sells it. That's money. So by the time it gets to you, that $800 ring was probably $300 or $400.
Well, all diamonds that have not previously been purchased are processed through De Beers. De Beers owns the diamond market. Okay, De Beers diamonds. They own the market. Any diamond in the United States imported goes directly to New York, to the diamond district.
Yeah.
All your diamond dealers will go to New York and conglomerate into the diamond district. Throughout the United States, they start dispersing to all their customers at that point. So there's two main markets where they come from. De Beers, which is South Africa, and then to the United States.
Well, there's also Canada. Canada has a pretty big diamond mining region up near Vancouver.
But it's controlled by De Beers.
Yeah, well, everything is controlled by De Beers. The key is if you can find a jeweler who is also a buyer, then you get a better deal.
Exactly.
That's hard to find. If you can find a jeweler that's a buyer, that cuts out cost.
Because even the lady, when I had to go make the final payment on the ring, she was like, hey, keep your receipt. Because she said, if you go on this cruise and you find a better ring on the cruise, they said, we will give you, your money back right away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who's going to give you your money back? Walmart?
Yeah, if the company... Like, we go on the cruise, let's just say, and the cruise had the ring that I have now.
Walmart, all those kind of stores don't give you money back on jewelry like that, do they?
Yeah, they do. I have a 2-year warranty. They said just go ahead and bring it right back. So
that's sweet. That's good.
Yeah, there's like, you found one on the cruise.
Go ahead, Kevin.
When you get off the ship in Nassau, there's a place called Diamonds International.
I know what it is.
And they do a lot of business, and they are buyers there, so they do a lot of business with diamonds. Now, I don't think you'll find one on the ship, but it's a shame you're not going to St. Thomas, because you definitely find one there. St. Thomas is like the diamond island in the Caribbean.
Is that like duty free?
Diamonds.
Is everything duty free over there? Or?
Yes, it is.
That's even better.
So don't give Shakira no ideas about upgrading in the future.
No, I'm not. But I've already been that route, and I'm going to tell you, after 5 years, she's going to say, aren't you getting me another ring? We've been married 5 years. The upgrade, the bigger stone, and in 10 years, the bigger stone. So I'm setting you up for future knowledge on what you're going to expect.
You've been setting me up for a while. He's trying to get me hitched for right away.
I lucked out on that. My wife isn't into all that. She likes silver jewelry. She's not into gold, not into diamonds. So I lucked up. She likes silver. I mean, we spent probably $200 or $300 on silver while we were there. And I got off light because the last time we went, we spent almost $1,000 on silver.
Wow.
I mean, she buys a lot of silver. She likes it.
Wow. Come and see me in Daytona, Kevin. We got plenty of silver.
I'll have to do that.
You know what? We were in Daytona a couple of days ago. Me and Shakira were going to go visit you, but you weren't working that day.
Of course not. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
It was
like
one
for
of the days.
Freaking rally. I know it. Thank you.
Well, it's all good.
You'll have to send me a message about where you work, since they don't sponsor us.
Oh, I do drops every now and then. It's Mason Avenue, Firearms and Pawn, Mason Avenue, right off of US 1.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna be expecting a check for $200.
You got it, buddy. When you get it, I'll get it.
Exactly. I want to show some love to Jem, who just came up in the chat over on JustCastLive.tv. Thank you for coming by, Jem. Appreciate it. I want to tell you, first I want to take a quick moment and say thank you to Ace for this nice, lovely hat. They hooked me up today for this nice DJ Friktion cap that I got on. And
is that Ace or Acme?
Or is it Ace or Acme?
That's Acme, buddy.
I'm sorry. Acme, my bad. But he did a good job on the hat, I tell you.
Yeah, really good job. Really good job. I like it.
I also want to take the time to say that, of course, today's broadcast is brought to you by our great friends at iHeartRadio. If you guys haven't got the opportunity to pick up or download your app today to listen to us and some of your other favorite radio programs, you need to go on over to iHeart.com, download, just listen to our show or just download the app to your phone. And you got to tune in and listen to us each and every single week. You don't want to miss us. I mean, how could you want to miss us?
I know. I mean,
you got this sexy face right here. You got three sexy gentlemen right here in front of you.
We're just balls of fun.
Look, see, Kevin's getting a little too conceited over there, Mr. Iceman.
we're tons of fun.
Hey, we got Jem. He's like where should I say? He's crazy. He says, hey. He said, I'm going to ask. He says, where's Webcam Whitney? That chick we played on the air 2 weeks ago.
No
I showed
doubt.
I showed him at work.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I said, look at this nutcase.
What did
I
you
think
say?
I saw her on the cruise.
Probably saw a lot of them on the cruise.
Was she up in the corner somewhere?
She was in Club Liquid, that's for sure.
Club Liquid.
I saw so many girls with it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. If you were single, it was the cruise to be on.
What do you think? You think our wives would just let the three of us go on a cruise?
I don't think. Well, my wife would. She understands me. She gets me.
Denise wouldn't let me go just with
Listen,
her while she's just staying.
I can
home.
see it already happening. If this was to ever happen, man, we will be drinking the whole time.
We
It would be
be.
hilarious. It would be hilarious.
It'll be nothing but food, drinks, and just sitting there BSing about whatever.
Kevin,
Exactly.
I ought to drive DJ Friktion up to Jacksonville, seeing that he's not familiar with the area too much, and
Yeah, we need to all hang out. We all need to do something.
we'll have to go down on
Yeah,
Main
we
Street
should.
and get him tons of fun at the Love Done.
Tons of
Well,
fun at the what? Gotta watch out
We'll
for
have
those.
Take him over to Phillips Highway.
We could take him out to what's the name of that place at the beach? The biker bar. It's not a biker bar per se. What's the name of that place? It's
Talking about the gay
crap.
bar, the milk bar.
Yeah, no,
Hey now!
Huh?
You guys better watch yourself right now.
What's the name of that bar out at the beach?
Big old titties!
Something iron. I can't remember what it was.
Long dong silvers.
It's a gay biker bar, is what it is.
Yeah, it is. It's a gay biker
Gay
bar.
biker
Listen, you're not gonna bring me no damn gay bar, either one of you. I swear to God. You guys will be in so much shit.
They wear chaps with no underwear there.
Yeah, that's a place. I'm telling you. I don't know how I ended up there one night. I guess I was drunk. I don't remember. I
went
ended up there one night.
I don't know. I went there with Megan and Yvonne and
Yeah.
who was the gay kingpin? What was her name? You know what I'm talking about? Worked lawn and garden.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I can't recall her name.
She's
right
always trying to
offhand.
turn every girl that came to the store. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
yeah. I remember her. Yeah.
Did you do
Yeah,
her too?
Her and our
she was
assistant manager Nancy.
She was interested in my first wife.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you do her too, Kevin?
No.
Oh, we would have paid anybody not to even talk about that.
Yeah.
You
I
guys
mean,
are so-
I definitely have some people there that I did go out with that I wished I hadn't, but you know, alcohol does those things to you.
They always blame alcohol for everything.
I'm a true believer there are no mistakes when it comes to that.
Oh my goodness! I don't know what I'm gonna do with you guys.
They're learning lessons, but they're not mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, I learned never give Peggy Smith the time of day. I learned
I'm sure
that
you
the
guys
hard
know how
way.
to pick them.
Well, Mike knows how to pick them. I have no clue.
So hold on. So do you guys know how to pick them, or do you guys know how to shear them?
No, we don't share.
Mike's the
Wait.
one that shears them. Mike knows all about that.
Oh, Mike, you're the shearer. Okay.
Yeah.
See? Oh, why are you smiling over there, Mike? You're smiling kind of hard over there, buddy.
He knows.
Share nothing.
He knows.
He's not saying nothing. He's keeping quiet. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the show today. Hey, listen, guys, you guys want to call in live via the program, you can hit us up live right now, 407-459-7988. It is toll-free, 407-459-7988. It's not going to cost you any money to call into the show. I'm going to go ahead and make that clear because I know in the past shows I really haven't said, it's free to call in, and people get scared. It's like, oh, I'm going to get this big phone bill. No, it's going to be 100% free. It's a toll-free number. I pay for the number here at the show, so it's not going to cost you guys anything.
Don't listen to DJ Friktion. It costs you 99 cents a minute. That's how we get paid.
Listen. Listen, it's not just 9 cents a minute. It's once we go off the air and Kevin takes off his shirt and he starts to do his little stripper dance. See, look at it. Look, he's ready. Look. See?
Yeah, I saw a dude on the ship twerk, and he didn't need to be twerking. I think he pulled something.
Roll, roll, jelly roll.
That was about the size of it.
Oh, my goodness.
That was about the size of it.
But if you guys would like to donate 99 cents, we get about 1,000 people to do that. We'll be about $1,000 richer.
I need a laptop.
There you go.
I mean, I could buy one. I just don't feel like putting it out right now.
Well, you can get one for a couple of bucks, dude. It's not really that much.
I'm just waiting for one to come in the shop, so I don't have to spend.
Yeah, you know the deals.
New, you know.
Oh, so you know what? Before we get into anything, I want to tell you something. I'm actually really pissed off. Okay, so you know, over the past couple of weeks, Mike, I told you that we are going to actually go ahead and update our system here, and you know, we're going to get some work done on our PC.
Right.
We're going to get a brand new video card so we can actually have 6 monitors here in studio so we can expand. So, okay, so I went to them a month ago, or about 5 weeks ago, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to the company. You went with me that day, remember? You and I walked into the place, and then they were like, oh, yeah, sure, bring your thing in. We'll get you taken care of. So, yeah, right.
Sorry.
So then we go... A professor drops me off, and I go back to drop off the unit, and they say, okay, well, we know what you need. What is he doing?
Because you said drop off the unit.
I'm sorry, my mind's in the gutter right now.
Kevin! Oh my goodness, I don't know who's worse. We're behaving ourselves today, and you're just, I don't know, man. Anyways, so we went to the computer place, and they were like, hey, okay, we'll get you taken care of. And they ordered the part that we needed. So they was like, okay, it's going to be about a couple of days. So it ended up being a week. The part came in. They went to go fix our unit, and nothing worked.
They went to fix our computer, and nothing worked.
Nothing worked. So, Kevin, what is up with you, dude?
Was it a big unit?
Anyways. What the hell did you do? What did you do over here? I can't even put your freaking thing back. Okay. Oh, never mind. I got it.
Randy Johnson, the big unit. That kind of unit, or a big unit?
Don't be a smartass. All right. Anyways, so then we go back, and they had to go reorder the part. So they reorder the part. Kevin, you're an ass. And then, so then they get the new part in that's supposed to work, and again, nothing worked. They got the wrong thing.
Bad
so then
unit.
they called me again. The other day, they're saying, "Oh, we get the part in, but it's not the right part again." And I'm fucking thinking, listen,
Why call me?
why exactly?
Why call if it's not the right part?
Why the fuck am I spending this money with you? And this guy knows I'm really pissed off with him already. So I went into the shop last week to go get a new cord, and he's like, "Dude, it's on the house," and he knows I'm really like heated with him. So he says, listen, when you come back in again, what you get you taken care of. Listen, I don't care about you getting me taken care of. You should have got me taken care of a long time ago. This is total bullshit. Excuse my language, but it's total BS. I shouldn't have to be spending my money with this company. I mean, you're supposed to be doing us a favor, helping us out as well, but you're fucking third time around.
What's their name? Badass Computers? Is that it?
Bad Boy Computers.
Badass Computers? Okay.
Yeah. It's more like shitty-ass computers, because... I don't know. I'm just really frustrated with that.
Are you happy with what the finished product is?
The finished product? We haven't even got the fucking product! What are you talking about? They still haven't got the fucking order right. Give me my damn money back. That should be on the freaking house right now. I don't know. I'm just frustrated. They should got their shit together a long time ago. And Kevin, you're a fucking ass.
Kevin, you know what? You're right. Kevin. No, hey, Kevin. You had all the right to be thinking unit, because they are dicks over there. Is what he meant.
They are. I mean,
so that's what DJ Friktion was assuming, that it wasn't going to be like that. But they're dicks over there if they did that to him. So unit is the correct word, and that is the correct message that was sent to Kevin. That's why he was thinking, penis.
They're penises. It's all your fault, Kevin. Yeah, you can sit there and laugh, buddy.
Were you drinking wine, Kevin?
No, it's water.
Water? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's water.
I think he still have a little bit of that hangover from the cruise.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, he doesn't do hangovers anymore.
I don't drink at home. No. Only on cruises.
Only on cruises? That's it? No.
That's his release. That's his release.
That's my vice, man.
All right, so let's go ahead and get
Gambling and alcohol. All right, what's up?
let's go ahead and get into the show for this week. So let's go ahead and kick it off with Kevin. You want to kick off the very first segment of the show?
I really don't like the topic.
Well, I'm sure you're not going to like the topic. When the hell do you like anything we do on this freaking show anyways?
What the hell, what?
I wonder, when the hell do you actually like something we do on the show? But after we talk about something, after the show's over, you're like, oh, this is a pretty good show.
No, I'm just saying, I mean...
The topic. It is a little bit controversial.
Number one, what do you do if your teenage child came home to tell you that they were having sex and was in love with someone 10 plus years older than them? How would you react to this situation?
Okay.
How would you react?
If my son were 18 or 19, I wouldn't care. If he was 17, then somebody's doing something illegal.
Of course. Okay, so if you're saying, Kevin, if your son was 19 years old and he was dating a 49-year-old, you're going to be okay with it?
That's his business. None of mine.
So, when I was 17 and she was 24, should my mom have been mad?
24 is a bit closer. That's only 7 years. But it was still illegal, technically.
Exactly. And my mom even drove her someplace with me, so...
Are you kidding me?
My mom didn't know how old. My mom knew she was older than me. She didn't know how much older.
She didn't know the full details.
But because I usually my wife. The only two women that were usually younger than me. Denise, my wife, when I married her, and my first wife. Those are the only two women I ever went out that were younger than me.
When I was,
I'm serious.
From high school on, younger women.
From high school on, everybody I went out with was older than me.
Okay, so why don't you don't like the young women, Kevin?
I don't go out with younger women. No, not. I mean, if they're within 2 or 3 years, that's fine. But at 46, if I suddenly found myself single, I wouldn't be looking at 30-year-olds or 25-year-olds. I'd probably be looking 46 and up.
Okay, so let's just say you're 47, and then this blazing model-looking girl who's like 26 years old, she's very, very attracted to you, and she's hot.
She must be blind.
To you and she's hot.
Hey, it happens out there.
But see, I would look at that and go, what is her angle? What is it that she wants? It can't possibly be me. There must be something else to it. I would be very suspect of that. Now, if she was 57 and I'm 47, and she was blazing hot and interested in me, that might be a different story because
I don't think any
she's over all the drama.
Ladies out there are that hot at 57.
You'd be surprised.
You would be surprised how many times I looked away because I was being hit on. Believe me.
Oh, listen, you're just a little too damn modest with yourself right now.
No, I'm not modest. I'm just saying, no. When you're married, and Kevin probably attested to this, when you're married, it's like a magnet, man. Women just start talking to you. They're like staring you down. I mean, and they're cold blatant about it. I mean, if I'm with Denise, out in public, I swear, I mean, guys are looking at Denise all the time. I see them staring her up and down at the gym and every place else. But she's younger than me, but I still have a lot of younger women looking at me, and I'm like, I'm married, I'm like 10 years older than you, and, this is what's going through my mind. It's like you, Kevin. It's like, really? But, there's a lot to be said about that wedding ring. Women attract to men who are married, believe me, they do.
So you listen to that right now, babe, right? So if
Kevin would probably agree with me. Women, why? Because they don't feel there's any pressure there.
Yeah, well, for me, it's only black women. I only get hit on by black women. That's it.
And I'm sure
I swear
Denise.
To you.
I'm sure Denise flirts with guys and everything else. I mean, not goes out and flirts with them, but I'm sure they hit on her and she, just plays it off and stuff.
Yeah.
But, Denise is an attractive woman. I mean, I wouldn't expect guys not to want to hit on my wife. But just don't do it when I'm around.
So are you jealous?
No, I used to be. I used to be very jealous. I'm not jealous anymore.
Uh-huh.
If Denise is going, she would have been gone by now. I'm not taking her for granted because...
Well, she ain't going nowhere because she knows she...
Let's get it on.
No, I'm just saying, Denise, if she was gonna be gone, she'd probably be gone. And not to say she wouldn't drop me in a heartbeat, but I'm secure with who I am, and she's secure with who she is, and I don't think that. I mean, it's mutual respect. There is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
I got you.
It's, but it's not a 10-year, 10, 15-year thing, and I think more insight is looked upon about an older man with a young girl versus a older woman to a young man, and I think that's where we need to be talking, not.
Well, the reason why I brought up this topic is because this situation kind of happened to me. I was 17, and the woman or the girl that was interested in me, she was 27.
Okay.
And she. It's not.
And you were young and innocent. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I didn't lose my virginity until I was 19.
So I guess she didn't get lucky.
This young girl was trying
to
get it in. I was starting to learn the fundamentals of.
At 17.
Enjoyment. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just started to.
I was an early bloomer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't rub it in. Listen,
no, I'm not rubbing. I'm just saying I take it for granted. I mean, I really. Yeah.
I mean, and that's why I brought it up because this girl tried to take advantage of me, because she knew I was a virgin. She was trying to, and then one day my sister was up in the park. My mother was in the car with her, and I'm sitting in the car with the woman and the girl and her friends. My mother comes up to the car. She's like, "Give me my fucking son. You better not do anything to him. I'll call the fucking police on your ass." It was hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's true. I mean, I'm 17. I'm not illegal.
You're not.
You got this 27-year-old who's pretty damn sexy, but...
You know what I would have been saying to my mother? Forget about it.
Yeah. Right.
I get the impression that Lewis would listen to his mother at any age.
Kevin, you met my mom.
Hey, Kevin, you better watch your ass, dude.
Kevin, you remember my mom.
I'm just saying, you'd listen to your mom at any age, no matter what she told you, because she's your mom.
I just think there's a and I'll be honest with you. This time when I was talking to this girl, she was kind of corrupting my head a little bit, and I was having a mouth on me, and sometimes when you have that mouth, you gotta know when to keep that mouth shut.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have told your mom about her. That's what you shouldn't have done.
I didn't. Yeah, I mean, what do you do when, I used to...
If you were smart, you would have been hitting it and getting down the road and moving on to the next one. Mama never would have known. I'm sorry, ma'am. Mama would have never known about it. And no harm, no foul. I mean, really.
Yeah. But, that's the only reason why I brought up the subject tonight, because it's something that I experienced personally.
You cock-blocked yourself, is what you did.
Well, yeah. She wanted to get it in, and I knew if I was going to get it in, I probably was going to be having a home.
Yeah? But see, if you were 18 or 19, it's your business then,
Yeah, but,
Well, that's all right. Your mom knew best, but that doesn't, that doesn't mean it didn't stunt your growth a little bit, because it sure as heck did.
I mean, I started to learn some things, I'll tell you that.
Well,
I started to experiment.
There's nothing wrong with waiting. I mean, seriously.
I was shut up.
I'm surprised I waited until I was 19 years old.
Yeah, now he's a runaround Joe.
Yeah,
until he met Shakira.
Hey!
Until he met Shakira.
So, Mr. over there, I'm sorry, I'm an early bloomer. How old were you, 11?
No, I was 14. And I was dating. I was chasing.
He's experimenting with himself.
Hey.
It was his third grade teacher.
And I was no. I was chasing Taylor making out with girls at 12 years old. So, but 14 was my first.
Who was the girl? You don't have to say her name, but
she was in Newport, Rhode Island, on the military base where we lived. She lived 2 doors down from me.
So if you were 14, how old was she?
She was about 17, I think.
Oh yeah, she was teaching you a thing or two.
Well, she played but
don't touch me.
She used to come and watch me play hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wanted to play with your puck.
But off one of these days off there, I'll tell you about the story.
I'll let that one go.
Yeah, she got a little stick.
She had a little stick?
She got some stick, yeah.
Oh. Mike was lucky he didn't get put in the penalty box for icing.
Oh, I iced it all right. Still got put in. I was in the penalty box. But yeah, so I mean, but you got to understand my situation too. I mean, I was at 12 and 13. My mom was in Pennsylvania with my stepfather my stepfather, and I was with my first stepfather, and I had no parental factor. He was a lush. I was, he was abusive, and I was on the streets most of the time. I was in South Carolina at the time, so I was a bad seed at that point in time, and I was hanging with people 15, 16, 17 years old at 12 and 13 years old. So I was under a whole different group. I mean, I was bad. I was a bad kid at that age. But by the time I had turned, when I moved back with my mom at 14, 13, 14, I was now starting to settle down,
So wait, what the hell? Who did you move with?
Huh?
Who did you move with? What do you mean you moved back with your mom?
My mom and stepdad split up.
Oh, gotcha.
I was in South Carolina with
we
were living in South Carolina where I was born. My mom wanted to go back to South Carolina, so we went back to South Carolina.
Okay.
She met my stepfather. Her and my first stepfather were not getting along. He was abusive. He used to beat the shit out of my mom and me. So, but I didn't want to go. He was the only real father at that point in time that I had ever known. I didn't meet my dad, until I was 16 years old. Okay? When they found out I had cancer and I was given 3 months to live. That's when I reacquainted with him. At 3 years old, that was it. He was out of the picture. She married her childhood sweetheart, my first stepfather, when I was like 7 or 8. So he was basically my dad from 7, my only father I knew from 7 to 12.
Okay, have you played with the microphone?
So, I'm Italian. I talk with my hands. So, she met my stepfather now, my now stepfather, Fred, at that point in time in South Carolina, and she moved up to Pennsylvania with them. They got together, but she had already left my stepfather Amos, and at that point in time, I didn't want to go. I had all my friends. I had sports, all the sports I was in. I was in sports all year round, and I didn't want to leave. So my mom said, "Good, you stay here for a year. You see how you like it, because you're going to be coming back to see me anyways." So she would send me money and things, because he wouldn't give me anything, and that's when I got really bad. A year and a half with him, I was with the wrong crowd.
So what about you, Kevin? What was the early age of bloom for you, my friend?
17.
17.
Yep.
And was it all cut out to be what you thought it would be?
Not exactly. Not exactly. It happened on a trip to New Orleans with Louisiana College, and I don't know her name. I don't think I ever knew it, and it was in a hotel room walk-in closet.
What the hell? That's a little awkward.
Yeah, well, we were staying. It was a history trip to New Orleans with Louisiana College, and there were a whole bunch of other schools there.
Was it with a teacher?
Huh?
Was it with a gym teacher?
No. No. So me and a friend of mine named Donald. Yeah, me and a friend of mine named Donald went out. We went out, and of course we weren't supposed to drink, but New Orleans, who checks ID? So we were drinking down in the quarter, came back to the hotel. I don't remember what floor I got off on. All I know is I woke up in her hotel room, in her walk-in closet with her. That's all I remember.
And how old was she?
I don't know. She was a high school student, so I don't know. She could have been 15. She could have been 18. I don't know. No idea.
What'd you say? You did? So you were in junior high at this time?
No. I was in high school. I was 17. I was what? Junior in high school?
And she, probably.
Yeah,
probably.
sound like a junior.
Yeah, junior in high school. Yep. That was it. It's a shame that I don't remember her name, but...
Well, I can say this, living in New Orleans for 6 years, there were many nights I couldn't remember what floor I was on. And I wasn't that young either.
I don't even remember the hotel had a T in it. That's all I remember.
That's easy to do.
It started with a T. That's all I remember. Don't know anything else about it.
Well, that must have been the Chapatoulas Inn.
I don't know, but Donald and I got stuck in an elevator on the way down, and we were in the elevator for an hour. And then when we finally did get out, we came back, and he was nowhere to be found. It was hours before I found him. So,
well,
I mean,
Lewis still hasn't told us. I mean, he's talked about his first instance where he was with an older woman, but
Oh, how was my experience the first time around?
About how old were you when that flower disappeared?
19.
19?
19. I waited till I was 19 years old. And it was with my quote-unquote first love, which was in high school. Which became, once we got it in, she became very stalkerish.
Oh.
Once you got it in, she became very stalkerish.
Very stalkerish.
That's because she owned it then.
Listen, we were together for a year through all high school. And then at senior year, just before the prom, I broke up with her because she was becoming a little too clingy. I know you guys don't judge me for this, but I'm being honest with you. She became a little too clingy, and she got really pissed off because I was going to go to prom with her. So one day, she grabs me and by my shirt and throws me up against the lockers, saying, "Why'd you break up with me? Don't leave me. I love you." And I said, "I'm sorry. I can't do this right now.
Well, I know you were a runt. Was she a big girl?
No, she was very, very thin.
She threw you up against the locker?
Yeah. We both were thin. She threw me up against the locker. She was just like, she would follow me around the halls in high school from class to class.
You attract them stalkers, don't you?
And look, it was awesome when it happened, though. But
you attract them stalkers.
Yeah, what can I say? Hey, baby.
I don't think he means you, Shakira.
No,
I'm not talking about Shakira.
And then, so she threw me up against the locker, and then I told her I wasn't going to go to prom with her, and then she bothered me for weeks. And then it came the day of the prom, and I ended up going with one of my best friends, who's also somebody I dated, in 8th grade. So we ended up going to the prom together, and then the girl, I'm going to call her Maddie, my ex. I'm not going to give her her real name. But, so she goes to the prom with my best friend, who's... So... You know that was gonna happen there. But anyways, so we were sitting all at the table at the prom, and she's sitting there, like crying. "Please dance with me. Just dance with me. You don't have to be back with me." I was like, "Listen, if I dance with you, I know what's gonna happen. You're gonna want to be back with me." And yeah, so I was kind of rude. I feel sorry.
At some point, at some time, you have to be rude in those situations.
So rude.
Right.
You gotta be so rude. Now you got me singing it. At least it's better than Lips Are Moving.
My lips are moving. Yeah, so that was my experience, and then I just, kind of just went away, left it alone.
Well,
left her alone.
There's a lot of things that could happen.
Yeah, it happens. So, how was your first experience? Was it one of those that you thought it would turn out to be like, oh, you know what, this is what I thought it would be, or it was just like, you know what, no.
Well, I settled for what I had, but
you settled for what you have.
I really had.
You dumb bastard.
I really wanted to nail my babysitter from when I was younger, who I was trying to hit on.
Hold on, we need a replay of Kevin's face now.
That's what I was really upset by that, because that's what I was upset about that whole situation.
Actually, I think that's kind of normal.
Yeah, I had the biggest crush. Yeah, normal. That was like my first crush.
I had a crush on my babysitter too. I had a crush on my kindergarten teacher too. So
I mean, she was only 3 years. The babysitter was only 3 years older than me, but when my parents didn't trust me when they left, so they made sure there was somebody there.
Hey, look at this young lady who just followed us on Twitter. I don't even know who she is, but
you got to see this.
Oh, look at her.
She's Mike's first girlfriend.
I'm trying to figure out who. No, it's not.
Yeah, it probably is, right? That would be hilarious.
It's a mother and her daughter, so maybe the show about the age is interesting in her.
I don't know. She just follows us on Twitter. What's her handle? Her handle on Twitter is Lauren Jenkins.
Yeah, I have to go look her up on Twitter.
If you're listening to us on
WOIBIASR 22. Thanks for following us, whoever you are. Appreciate it.
We need all the listeners we can get.
Appreciate you guys following us on Twitter. I really, really, really do. Listen, this program is not for everybody. I tell you that, though. We're just giving you guys a warning. please be 18 years older, because otherwise you never know what's going to come out of
my mouth.
Professor's mouth, or especially tonight, Kevin's mouth.
Can I
Kevin's
say?
loosening up a little bit here, I think.
Yeah, he's loosened up quite a bit after this cruise, I tell you.
Yeah.
To send him on more cruises.
I just lost 3 Twitter followers, so I must be doing something right.
He's like, oh fuck, he's with that show. let's just unfollow him.
Well,
I'm sorry,
I guess the next question is, of the week is, what do you do if the child comes to you as an adult and says they want to have a sex change?
Oh, wait. I gotta read the comments from the other people that wrote to us on Facebook.
Oh, well, get busy.
Well, I'm sorry, I closed the page by accident.
Get busy.
Get busy. I just want to say, for anybody who follows us on any of the networks, whether you're on Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is, if we are talking about something, just please understand, we're not here to offend anybody. We're here just to express our feelings and our thoughts. You know, we understand that people are not going to always agree with what we have to say in the show, you know, and that's fine, that's dandy. But we have the right to speak our minds on certain things. So I just want to go ahead and just, make that clear to you guys.
We like to add a little humor to it.
Because I know we have other friends that, that are on Facebook. I'm not going to mention any names, but they go up there and they express their feelings, and a lot of people get offended.
Yeah.
So I just want to make that clear. We're just...
Orlando.
You're a bastard. All right, so anyways, concerning what we were just talking about, Barbara Wall, she says, what a controversial question to ask. And this one may get me in trouble because I have 2 views on it. She said, as a mother, I would try to support any decisions my child makes and love them just as same religious wise. I think we're all spiritual souls, and God puts us in a body, and we have to try to change that. It's like saying God is wrong. She says, I wouldn't choose it myself, but each his own. So I guess what she's trying to say is, hey, listen, if that's what my child decides to do, I would have to support it, but in religious ways, God is saying, hey, this is what you're born as, this is what you should be, is how I'm taking it. So she makes a good point. And that's the only comment we got on that one. So, okay, so then we can go on to the next question, Professor.
Which is question of the week about sex change?
Yes.
Yeah, question number 2 of the week is, what do you do if your child comes to you as an adult and says they want to have a sex change because they are not happy in their own skin? How would that affect you?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I'd send him back in the bathroom and make him look at himself and find a way to be happy.
Thank you.
So you wouldn't be supportive if your child was like an adult and can't decide, well, hey, you know what, Dad, I've kept this away from you, but I haven't been happy with myself, and I want to kind of just be who I want to be.
If he's an adult, there's not much I can do about it.
I would tell him to tuck it under and walk around with it for about a week like that and see if he likes the other way.
Hey, listen, some people like the tuck.
Hey, well, I have friends that used to be Cindy and are now Steve. So,
and
or used to be Patrick and they're now Patricia, or Patricia and they're now Patrick.
Well, but that's not reversible anymore, is it? Is that once you go, that's done?
I think it's not reversible. Once you get it done, you're done.
You're done. I would think it would be much easier.
Way you go.
I think it would be much easier for a female to go male than it would be and go back than it would be for a male to.
Yeah.
So
I would agree with that.
And Adam made Eve for Steve, not Steve for Steve. And that's my view.
Now that you mentioned, I'm looking it up to see if it's reversible.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, go ahead and do that. We actually got some more comments I skipped over, and I want to apologize. We see Ricky Mestry from Bridgeport, Connecticut. He says, are we talking 18 or 19? Or is it something ridiculous like 14 or 15 as for the age difference thing from earlier?
The age difference thing, yeah. If it's 13, 14, I'm talking stay away from my child. But if it's 17, 18, 19, 18, 19, you're an adult. 17, at that point in time, I believe if that youth isn't a mature adult, and I say mature meaning they understand what's taking place and the repercussions, because you're not going to be able to tell a 17-year-old no. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, listen, as far as I see it, as long as you're living under my same roof, you have to respect my rules.
Exactly,
and
but
stuff
you
like
know
that.
what? At the end of the day, the heart wants what the heart wants, and you know that's a fact.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows that. It can't. It's not going to stop them from thinking about that person, wanting to be around that person, hiding to get to that person, and lying. You know, so you might as well put it on the table as open as possible and truthful as possible, and have an open dialogue with that child.
I agree with that. And to a certain extent, they are reversible.
To a certain extent.
You will know from what I'm reading, you won't gain everything you had back, but you can regain something. And hormone therapy is always reversible.
Okay, so
the hormone therapy part, yes.
Okay, how can you take? Excuse me. Anybody who's tuning in right now, please tune out because what I'm about to say right now is probably gonna offend you, and I'm gonna get a little naughty right now. So, how do you take a penis, turn it into a vagina, and then try to go back to get a penis again?
You're not going to get a real penis.
No,
I know
you'll get something close, but what you'll get is what those guys in St. Pete get. You'll get the pump.
Right.
Oh hell no.
Yeah.
I want to keep my penis forever.
Here's something to look forward to, guys. Did you know that Medicare covers the pump?
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding. It covers the pump.
What?
Yep.
What?
Absolutely.
So, Mike, look, now you can become a female. Listen, you always want to... Look, you can go screw yourself.
Then he can be attracted to himself.
I know. Look at his face right now.
I'm not so sure he doesn't do that in the mirror anyway. Oh, baby, you're so hot.
I do.
He's an ass.
I am good looking.
Kevin's on a roll tonight, man.
I am a good looking guy.
Listen.
Really? Years old?
Yeah. Do you think you'd be a good looking woman?
No. Already been there. Already dressed like a woman one year.
Oh my god.
Well, you know, he hit on himself in the mirror once and got shot down. So
that's right.
I can't take you guys anywhere.
I'm all about the female anatomy and not being part of it.
About that bass.
That's it. All about that bass.
Oh man. Let's go ahead and see. Rob Flores says, I believe that if you're a teenager, especially under 18, is in immediate relationship with someone with a decade older, somewhere along the line you failed as a parent, as a good long look in the mirror warranted after you've had a long heart-to-heart with the kid and had his partner tossed in the pokey for statutory rape. Over 18, not a whole lot you can really do.
No. Well, and I kind of disagree with that whole failed parent thing. I mean, it's not an easy job. I've got a great kid, and he's easy to raise. But I mean, my gosh, even the easiest child can be difficult. I mean, so you don't know someone's situation. You don't understand until you've actually seen their situation and know what they live in to understand whether or not they've done a good job as a parent. I mean, you just don't. So I can't see throwing a parent under the bus because their 16-year-old is in love with a 26-year-old. I mean, how is a parent supposed to prevent that?
Okay, so what about a 36-year-old?
Well, I mean, even then, how am I supposed to have that conversation? Son, I don't think you should date anyone 10 years older than you. Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so I've done my job as a parent. What am I supposed to do? Yeah. I mean, if I've done my job as a parent, I trust my child to make sane and sound decisions.
So would you say that you would allow him to go ahead and make his choices and learn from them?
Once he's 18, he can make whatever choices he wants. Right now, that's statutory, so it ain't happening. I don't care how much he loves the person who's 10 years older than him.
And how old is your son right now? And how old is your son now?
He's 11.
11. So have you had the talk with him yet?
Absolutely. He has a girlfriend. She's 12. So yeah, we've had the talk.
Okay, so how did you manage to have the talk with him? Or what would you say to him? How did you present this talk?
Yeah, Kevin, how do we do this? How do we achieve this?
I'm asking because there are a lot of parents out there who don't know how to go about having the talk with their kids.
It boils down to you telling the truth. You use the correct terminology. You don't. Well, you have a wee-wee and she has a this. And no, it's not that at all. It's You use the correct language and you explain what can happen if you do certain things. And if you do those things, you could end up in a situation you may not be able to handle.
I don't have kids, nor was I ever privileged to have kids. But if I had a child at 11, 12, 13, I would ask them, so tell me, what do you know or what do you think you know about sex?
That's how it started. That's pretty much how it started because...
I want to know what you know first before I divulge.
Right.
So I can correct you.
I did that to him in 4th grade because I was teaching 4th grade. I taught the class in 4th grade to the boys. And basically I started my class with, okay, I want to know what you know. Tell me what you know. Mm-hmm. And I heard all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, I heard all kinds of insane things that these boys had heard and what they thought they knew. So it was actually pretty good to start that way because, you know, I found out what they did and didn't know, and I could work from there instead of doing my whole spiel. Well, so I made it more of question and answer. You ask me the question, I'll answer you honestly.
Coming from somebody who taught college girls, young college girls, and women of all ages actually, and I'm sitting there teaching about the topic was our basic clinicals, okay, basic clinical procedures, and I'm talking about venereal disease. And this whole chapter is on nothing but venereal disease. So I'm talking about all the different venereal diseases, and about different parts of the anatomy of the female, and and the male too. Just a lot of things going on. And you don't have to be 11 or 12 or 13 to be naive.
Oh no, that's true.
I'm talking to a lot of. I'm serious. I've talked to a lot of young girls who just have no clue.
Well, and I had before we did the talk in public school, we sent home a note with a packet of stuff that we were going to talk about, and I was really surprised by the number of parents who said, "Go ahead and talk about this." But then there was that small group that said, "I don't need you telling my child about it," and my reply to them was, "I don't have to, but make sure you do."
Right.
Because if you don't, they're going to get misinformation. And it was kind of sad how many parents would just say, "You're not going to need to know that right now. I'm not going to bother with it." And then their kids get misinformation.
Yeah, then year after year goes by and they just they don't need to know about it, and then they're 16 and they're pregnant. Yeah.
I mean, and it actually kind of warmed my heart to know how little they actually knew in 4th grade. I mean, some of the things I got was one kid said, "Well, girls like guys that smell bad." I'm like, no, deodorant's a must. And then I got another one that was, you can get a girl pregnant by kissing her. Like, no, you can't. Nice try, but no. I said, thank God, otherwise I'd be like, I don't know, pregnant. I'd have girls pregnant all over the place.
Well, I've had them pretty close to that, where I went out with a girl, and when we had first touch, and I touched her down there, she thought she was going to get pregnant.
Yeah, well,
wow. I'm like 17, 18 when I'm talking about, this girl's 17, and I'm like, I don't think we're going out anymore, because I was just shocked.
We had a 4th grade girl who asked, I didn't teach that class, obviously, because it was all girls, but the teachers that taught that class, one of the girls asked them, "Well, if you jump up and down after sex, you won't get pregnant, right?" And I'm like, where did you get that? I'm thinking to myself, where did she get that from? But she really thought that was true. She thought it was very serious.
I've heard from girls that I'm talking about from the college level that, well, if you have sex standing up, it won't go upstream. What, really? Okay.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, seriously.
A lot, very, very, very naive young ladies out there still. Believe me.
I think it's
how could you be so stupid and not know that?
It's not stupidity.
It's
naivety that their parents didn't have, as Kevin said, that dialogue.
That's like me saying, "Hey, I'm gonna do you the booty hole, and I'm gonna in your booty hole, and you're gonna get pregnant."
There are people who think that can happen.
But Kevin can say you can't because he's tried it.
He bounced her off the bed, almost broke the bed.
Oh goodness!
Remember that night, Kevin?
Yeah, you do it.
Remember that night, Kevin?
No.
He remembers he was at someone's house, too.
Oh, my. Hey, listen, we got a new follower. Tristan. He's from Bristol, United Kingdom. Thanks for the follow-up on Spreaker. Appreciate you showing us some love.
All right, Chop.
Chaps. Chappy. Yeah,
Top of the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Irish. Never mind.
Irish.
Top of the morning to you.
Ice bucket challenge.
It's... That's what it was.
You're pretty good at that, Mike.
Hey, I was laughing.
Oh, man.
I love messing with Mike on these days.
I'm fine, man.
Angel Rosado says, I don't want to think about it till then, because now I can tell you one gets the belt and the other gets the ass whooping.
What's that got to do with that?
With the whole age thing.
Oh.
Like if, your kid, he said he doesn't want to think about his kids dating and anybody.
I got it now, yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, let's see, what's not okay at 27 and 17 is okay at 37 and 27. So, it's only when they're underage that it makes a difference.
It's okay at 37 and 18. They're an adult to make their decisions and do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Whether they're under your roof or not.
That's true.
Yeah,
that is absolutely true.
God, I can't believe how time is flying with this show.
Yeah, it's already like 8:15.
It's already, 8:15, man. Time flies. All right, so what's the next agenda on the show this week?
It's 15 minutes past the hour.
Oh, yeah.
Best radio voice. Well, not quite. So the next one, segment 3, was posting way too much of your personal information on social media, getting people reacting to your posts in a negative light.
And I like this one. I'll be right back.
Okay. Why should you not post all of your personal life on social media? Well, I had a police officer tell me not to check in. Because if I check in, then somebody knows where I'm at. And if they know where I live, they know my house is empty.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've heard that.
I mean, I've been seeing a lot of people up on Facebook, and I try not to post my business up on Facebook. I don't say, hey, I'm going to go, just put my deep personal relationship stuff on Facebook. I really don't do that. That's why I got my, my personal Facebook page, and then I got my radio show page.
Yeah.
Just keep
well,
it
see,
as that,
I try to stay away from personal stuff, but there was, before we left on the cruise, I had a former student take his life. And
oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
That kind of hit me hard, so I don't know why. I just felt like I had to do something, and I don't know. I reacted and I posted. So I just posted that, and I said that really hurts because, you feel like you failed the kids somehow. But other than that, I don't post anything about my, personal life. I mean, you don't know what I'm up to. I might post something every now and again. Like today I posted that I voted, or I might post something stupid, or I'll post on someone else's wall, but not about my life. I don't really want to know.
We have a friend that's a fellow broadcaster, and I'm not going to say his name in any way, but he goes up there. He likes to express his feelings quite a bit. We know who he is.
Who are you talking about?
I'm not gonna say name. Well, what are you doing over there, dude?
Just raising the chair a little bit.
Oh, you should let me know, so I shouldn't have you on camera. Anyways, so we have a couple of friends, and a lot of people like to post. And Orlando's one of them. He likes to kind of express himself, and we know sometimes people get very, very annoyed by that. And there's other fellow broadcasters who post things about race and religion and things like that, and other people get offended by it. He had an incident the other day that kind of upset some people on his friends list, and he was ready to delete his Facebook.
This person we're talking about?
Yeah. And I said, dude, don't do that. I said, it's free speech. Everybody has their opinions about stuff. Not everybody's always going to agree with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes you just need to let it roll off your back and just let it go. And everybody just told them, just leave it alone. If people don't like what you have to say, then just let themselves delete themselves from your friends list.
That's their issue.
And their issue. He and I had a little tip that one time, but I was agreeing with him, but I don't think he realized I was agreeing with him.
Well, you seem to piss off a lot of people, Professor.
Well, when you're out there knocking the
Yeah.
Skin.
Yeah, when you get to race and color and stuff like that.
Race and color, and you know, and my view and opinion was not all white people are racist, nor are all black people racist, or Hispanic, or so on. I said you have to take them for who they are.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. I have an uncle who lives in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
He's Caucasian. He hates Hispanic, and he doesn't understand or realize that he has family that's partially Hispanic.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes he goes up there, he posts things about the ISIS, the Taliban, and how Mexicans are doing this and Mexicans are doing that, and why are they getting jobs in America, and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, dude, relax. You have Hispanic members of your family.
Well, there is a difference between Hispanic Mexican and Hispanic Puerto Rican.
Well,
the difference is
the Hispanic culture in general.
Cultures, yes, but there's a difference. He's talking about, I already know what he's talking about. He's talking about illegals who come over the border from Mexico, not people who come from Puerto Rico who have the right to come to this country. Mm-hmm. Are you with me? There is a difference.
I mean, see, most Hispanics that I know personally don't like to be called Hispanic because that's a generalized term.
Exactly.
And they like to be called Ecuadorian or Peruvian or Mexican or Colombian.
Whatever they are.
Because believe it or not, we're not the only ones that are patriotic and nationalistic in our country. You know, I have a friend who's from Colombia, and you don't call her Latina or Hispanic because she's Colombian. And that's who she is, and she's proud to be Colombian, and she's insulted when you call her Hispanic. So,
does she get insulted when you call her American?
No, she doesn't. Not at all, because she is American too. But her parents are Colombian by birth, and she's
I know. I'm just saying.
Colombian. No,
I know some people
they
they'll say, no, I'm not American. I'm this, but I live here. Yeah, right.
Well,
okay.
Now she does get insulted when they call her Cuban because her last name used to be Castro.
Oh yeah. Well, that happens.
But
I mean, what aggravates me from time to time is people have the right to say what they want to say on social media. You can have the right to date whoever you want to date. Sometimes people just want to share a little more than you need to share.
Well, I think people put too much out there. And what most people don't realize is you think your job can't see it because they're not on your page. You think this person can't see it because they're not on your page. Wrong.
Yeah.
When one person on your page shares it, everybody sees it.
Listen, I always have this rule of thumb. If you work a certain job where you are like the face of your company, you need to really watch what you post on your Facebook.
Well, because it's not just that though. It's also, as an educator, I was told pretty much at both my previous jobs that what you put on Facebook reflects the school, whether you like it or not.
Exactly.
The views and opinions of the school.
That's why you might now, but you probably won't find any pictures of me with alcohol in front of me.
You'll never, generally never did see me with any alcohol. Mm-hmm. Didn't see me in any bars. Didn't see me when I was on vacation because that's personal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't post my wife. I don't like to post kids all over Facebook.
Yeah,
exactly.
I really have an issue with posting children, and compromising pictures of children.
Yeah,
because of all the pedophiles out there. I'm really think people go too far with posting on Facebook.
That's that's a discussion that my son and I had because he has Facebook now, and that was a discussion. Don't check in, don't post pictures unless you want people to see them. Don't write something that you don't want people to read.
Mm-hmm.
And most of all, think about it before you write it because words mean things.
Exactly, and people don't realize that. Hey, once you post a picture, just because you delete it off of that social networking,
it's still there.
It's still there for everyone to look up. Somebody can go on Facebook or on search my name, your name, Kevin's name, and they'll pull up on Google or whatever it is, and they can see pictures. God knows from what. It's very simple.
Yeah,
people don't realize. Hey, that can damage you.
Well, most people don't realize that you have a social media policy. Just about every company out there now, if they're of any size, they have a social media policy that you can be in violation of. That when you're signing all your work paperwork, you don't realize that you fall under a lot of different categories of that social media policy.
Yep. Not only if you were to search on my name right now, the 5th hit you get on Yahoo is something that says Kevin Tapee, Duval County Public Schools salary search for. And if you click that link, provided I'm still in the system, you get my salary from 2012. I made $39,194.
All public information.
I received $910 in bonus. I worked at Twin Lakes Academy Elementary, and I was a varying exceptionalities teacher, because that's public record. Anything that, and you even see my salary from 2008 and 2010, because it's all public record.
Mm-hmm. See?
So
it's people don't realize that right there could screw you up. Imagine if he went out there and Kevin did something that was offensive, or he went and he striked in front of Walmart, or he got himself arrested while striking in front of Walmart. That will come up in that search history.
Kevin pissed in public and got rude and lascivious act.
Or Kevin.
It'd be on there.
Or
Anything.
Kevin, or Mike was masturbating in the corner and.
Well, think about this, and not even the bad stuff, but think about this. Say that I decide next year that I want to teach again.
Right.
And I go to a private school, and I start negotiating a contract with them.
And you write down you made such and such, and
I walk in and I say I want $43,000 a year. They go out and say, "Ooh, in 2012 he only made $39,000, so I'm going to lowball him because that salary's out there now." So I can't lie about what I made. No. I can't say, "Yeah, I made $48,000 working for the county," because it's right there. So
now you guys got me curious. I'm gonna go look myself up. Let me see something.
I'm not on there. Look me up, Kevin. See if you find anything on Michael Benson. Michael Robert Benson.
I'm going to go ahead and anybody can do this. If you ever guys want to know what's happening with you and what you've done in the past, go to google.com and search yourself.
Well, see, nothing really comes up for you because it's a fairly common name. For me, it's not common. I mean, my name is not common at all. So what you get is a TV writer, Michael Benson. He's a photographer, writer, filmmaker, and exhibitions producer. And he's 52 years old, lives in Munich. So you don't get you. And because your middle name is Robert, it's probably still common.
All you find is Michael R. Benson on Facebook. That's all you find.
See, like with me, I go to search my name, and I'm surprised that there's a lot of Louis Cedeños out there.
Yeah. Well, see, again, I know at least 7 or 8 Cedeños that I worked with when I worked for the baseball team. Mm-hmm. So it's a common last name. And Louis, of course, is a common first name. So you're lucky. But for me, I'm the only one. If you find another one, I'll be impressed. So for me, I have to be extra careful because of that. But in addition to, being a teacher, I got to be careful what I post out there. I don't comment on. I try to stay away from controversial stuff.
Exactly.
I try, because it doesn't turn out well.
See, I'm looking now under my DJ name. See what that comes up under. Well, there's a lot of people with my name. And I've had this name a very, very, very long time. Yeah, you just like I said, you just never know. And it kind of sucks because if you have family members that have your same name, and I've had family members that do have the same name. Like I got a brother or 2 brothers that have the same Louis Cedeño. My father's a Louis Cedeño. My grandfather's a Louis Cedeño.
Mm-hmm. But if you've ever gotten in any trouble, ever had any accusations made against you, though you weren't charged.
Oh, well, just imagine if somebody else in my family had an accusation against them that has the same name.
Name pops up.
Or somebody else with the same name and looks similar to you.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that would pop up right away, because any negative, it seems like anything negative on anybody always attracts media. Once media attaches your name to any article, any publishing, any photo, you are now part of the open search.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, you know, you look at being, and that was another thing we were taught in the public life, is that even the accusation will get you on TV. And here's what happens. The story will run on the front page, the retraction will run on the 12th page.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to remember that.
Nobody really sees those retractions.
No. And you know, you can say what you want about somebody, and that's why we had to be really careful, and that's why you would never find a teacher pull a kid out by themselves without having somebody else watch or the door open so that it could be heard, because you never know.
Exactly.
You never know.
So that's why we always say, be careful. Watch what the hell you post.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
right.
even wow, we had a lot of viewers over on JustCast right now. I am very, very impressed with that.
Show some love to JustCast tonight.
JustCastLive.tv. Thank you guys so much for coming by and showing us some love. We are broadcasting live on this very special Tuesday. It's now going to be 30 after the hour. You're listening to the weekly rundown with your truly DJ Friktion, the Professor Michael Benson, of course, Kevin the Iceman, the Crazy Man Tapee, and we're just sitting here having some fun, guys. Hey, if you'd like to know more about our broadcast, you can head on over to our official website, www.102DLGRadioOrlando.com. If you guys really like what we do here, please hit that subscribe button, the like button, and most importantly, spread the love. Let everybody know about our broadcast. It's very, very important that you do that, because the more people you let know about our broadcast, the better it is for you guys, because we get to bring you bigger and better shows.
Exactly.
Also, I want to let you know that today's broadcast is brought to you by our great friends at Nextcast. If you guys are looking for automation software for your radio program or your podcast, you can head on over to our official website, www.102DLGRadioOrlando.com. Click on the Nextcast banner. If you start today, Nextcast is going to give you 2 free weeks of automation software. But if you enjoy it, you can't be there, right? 2 free weeks.
Can't. I mean, that's amazing.
And if you like the program, they're going to hook you up for only $150. That means you get constant updates. Anytime they do any type of updates, you get it for free. Now listen, we're not making any major money or anything like that from Nextcast. We're pretty much advertising them because they're giving us their software for free. So just click on the Nextcast banner, and what's going to happen is it's going to just let them know that we sent you their way, and they're going to say, hey, you know what? 102 DLG Radio Orlando is doing their job, and you know, we're going to keep earning our credentials here on the show. Right. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get back into why we are here, and we're acting a little crazy here today. But so yeah, man. I mean, have you ever, Professor, posted anything on Facebook? You're like, damn, why the hell did I just do that?
I don't think anything that I'm truly embarrassed about.
Yeah.
I mean, I post a lot of stuff. I mean, really, I don't post a lot of stuff. Very seldom do I post pictures. Mm-hmm. I mean, the last picture I posted was probably the first picture I posted in a year.
1940?
No. A year, and that's when I posted about my foot and stuff. You know, I showed a picture of my foot, the surgery and stuff. But
I noticed you really don't post a lot of stuff on Facebook.
No, he doesn't post much. He'll comment from time to time, but the comments are usually short and brief. Kind of like something else.
Well, you know, here's the deal.
You just over the head.
There was one on my student page. I had a student who basically was harassing me on Facebook, on the student page where all the students were on. When I first started at the college, it was probably one of the first classes I taught, and they didn't like it because I replaced their other teacher. I didn't replace him because they fired him so I could have a job. He quit, or they had a falling out, and that's just opened the opportunity up for me to go teach there. Mm-hmm. And he thought he was a big shot, worked for a doctor. You know, he got to do rounds with a doctor. He thought thought he knew more than I did, and I said, you know, I'm not going to get in a pissing match with you in class, nor am I going to get in a pissing match with you any other place. I'm here to do my job. That's what I'm doing. I'll give everybody the most information I could possibly give them about the topic that we're talking about or trying to learn about. And I explained to him that, you know, hey, I learn with my students, not always am here to teach my students, but I'm also open for dialogue. I can learn from everybody, and everybody can learn from everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's called. It's called learning in a learning environment.
Yeah.
So, he leaves the school. The school basically kicks him out. He tried to get me fired. So the school kicks him out of the... We lost Kevin on video.
No, I'm still here.
He's there.
Oh, okay. It looked like we lost him on my... Oh, just on my screen. So anyways, I had a dialogue with him on Facebook. He's Facebooking me and calling me a this and calling me a that and threatening me and everything else. And this would be probably the only time I regret saying what I thought. But I did it in the messenger window. I didn't do it openly. You know how the messenger window used to be?
Yeah.
So I said what I had to say on a closed chat with him and told him if I ever saw him again, I'd kick his butt. If he came up to me and said anything.
Mm-hmm.
For him, if he sees me in public, stay away from me because it'll be the last time he approaches anybody.
Yeah.
And I told him that. And that's probably the only thing I ever really regret is like, wow, I probably shouldn't have said that. But you know what?
Yeah.
I was so upset with him harassing me. Well, he ends up 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They found him at his trailer after he shot his wife in Orange City.
What the hell?
Shot his wife and killed himself.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. He was a nut job. He was a nut job.
Wow.
And that's why I really got, defensive about the whole situation because he was coming at me.
So what about you, Kevin? Did you ever post something on Facebook you were just like, oh my goodness, why did I just put that up there?
No, not really. Nothing that I can think of. I'm really careful about that. So
Yeah.
You mean your booze party on the last cruise? You were being careful when you were posting all your booze pictures.
I didn't post any
I'm kidding,
of that,
Kevin. I'm kidding, Kevin.
I think what Kevin posts some cool pictures. He does.
No, he had those were good pictures. I'm just giving him a hard time.
Yeah, he didn't post anything in a negative light.
Now, somebody else posted a picture of me at Sloppy Joe's bar. But it was
but you
me
were
and the
holding a
menu.
T-shirt. Yeah, you had the menu and you're holding a T-shirt.
Yeah, that's...
and then the whole rock on thing that he does.
That was in Key West, right? Sloppy Joe's in Key West?
That was Key West, yeah.
Yeah,
there was
I've been
something I
there.
did. I commented on somebody's post once, and I kind of felt bad after it, but I didn't care. I gave him I told her what I thought of her. And the only reason I felt bad about it was because I actually went to her Facebook page and saw where she lived, and I posted back to her, and I said, it must be nice to be omniscient sitting on your couch in Iowa where you're safe as you can be. And that probably could have scared her now that I think about it, that I'd gone to her page and looked up where she lived and called her out because she said something really nasty to me.
That's a little creepy, dude.
You know what? Kevin made me think of something, and I don't mean to cut you off. My ex-wife, her sister and I found each other on Facebook. And I said, so how's your sister doing? Because I had a bitter divorce, breakup and divorce.
Mm-hmm.
So I found her. I said, what's her last name? She said, Gilmore. I said, oh, okay. So I go on there and I find her on her page. And her page is, some people don't know that if they leave everything public, everybody can go and view it.
That's
So
right.
I went on there and I opened it up and I went into her little message window. And I wrote, I hope you found what you were finally looking for.
What?
But that was it.
Mm-mm. Dude, you guys are crazy.
But that was the only thing I said. Hey, if you know what this girl did to me, first of all, she tried to kill me. Tried to have me killed.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember you telling me this.
Literally tried to have me killed. Woke up in my sleep with a baseball bat coming at me and hands around my throat. Yes.
It could have been better than having balls on your mouth.
Exactly. But, and then she got pregnant. We were still married when she was pregnant with some Army dude's child,
Yeah.
I mean, I had reason to backlash on that one, but I just had to make my point,
You know what? It's social media, and if you guys notice, I really don't post a lot of stuff on Facebook. I mean, I post I go to a theme park, whatever it is, but I don't sit there and tell my business to anybody, really.
No.
And it's a lot of the radio show stuff that I talk about here on the thing anyways, mainly. But before, I had another Facebook page, which I had to delete because I started to see family. I used to be a little bit more in depth and stuff like that. My family's just like, you need to stop posting shit on Facebook. This is called many, many years ago, before I even started doing this radio show.
And I just found myself posting stuff, and I was getting myself stressed out with some of the things I was posting.
So when did you actually start? And this would be a question you too, Kevin. When did you finally start going on Facebook? When did it become an entity to you?
I think I started on Facebook maybe 6 years ago. Yeah, I was on Facebook for about a year before
2008?
What's that?
2008?
Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah, about 6 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when did we meet? 2009 or 10? Was it 10?
Yeah, 2000.
No,
it
was 8.
No, it was because I started working for Wally World from
2009.
2000, yeah, late 2009 going into when I knew you to 2013.
Yeah, 2009.
When I stopped working at Wally World.
So I was on Facebook for about a year. I think I went on Facebook in 2008. How about you, Kevin?
I want to say I signed on in 2009, 2010, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking to see, and I don't see it. So.
And I was like, Denise says, "Oh, you ought to try Facebook," and I was like, because I'm in college and I'm working on my bachelor's then, and I'm like, "What do you mean Facebook? What's Facebook?"
Mm-hmm.
She goes, "Oh, you got to go on there and look at it." So I went on and joined. I was just like, mainly to keep track of my family.
Yeah. And that's what you think at first, but then people start to know you. Oh my God, you're my teacher. Oh, I'm on Facebook.
Yeah,
I'm gonna add you to my friends list.
Exactly.
And all this nonsense.
And then I got smart because when I started teaching, all my students wanted me to be on their Facebook page. I said, "Well, you're not gonna be on my personal page. That's for doggone
exactly.
sure."
That's
so I started a second.
Yep.
I started my second Facebook page for the college and for the students, so I could keep track of them. That, I was like, no way am I getting involved with that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I'm looking back at some of my old statuses now. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Because I looked at mine. I was just like, wow. And I'm looking at some of my old statuses and some of the stuff I post. I was like, huh. But I can definitely say social media has brought me back to a lot of my old friends from school.
Mm-hmm.
And what really brought me, because I used to be on yearbook Facebook. I mean, the yearbook thing.
Yeah, my yearbook.
High school yearbook and all that. And made a little contact with the old friends, but then I really got contact with friends during the Facebook stage where I actually got to meet a few of them and see a few of them.
Yeah, you catch up with everybody.
I got one lives in Fort Orange. I mean, she works at I haven't met her, but she's on Facebook, and I know she knows I'm over here. So, but
yeah, I'm just very careful on who I even bring on as my friends list. If someone sends me a friend request, I mean, if you listen to my show, and you send me a friend request.
Well, if I don't know you,
yeah,
I will research your name. I will search your name and go on and see if I can get on your page before I approve you. To see, because sometimes, like my sister and stuff, I'll meet a lot of people through her, or my brother, or my brother's, my nephew in the band and stuff. Mm-hmm. I'll meet a lot of people when I'm out like that, and then they'll know me, or they'll say, "Oh." So then I'll go on their page and I'll see you're friends with friends with friends with friends and all these other friends. So
we got tons of viewers tonight. Oh my goodness!
And then, awesome. Well, that's good. That's when I will let them join, accept them as a friend. When I realize that.
Even if I have mutual friends with you, that doesn't mean you're going to get to be a friend on my Facebook page.
Exactly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I met you,
although I have friends on my Facebook page now who I don't really know at all, have never met, but because I know their parents, they're on my Facebook page. Because I don't know, but I have a few friends who, because I have this tendency to monitor stuff like that. My goddaughter is on Facebook. Bless you. She posted a picture of her driver's license because she just gotten her license. So as soon as I saw it, I instant messaged her and said, "You realize you just put your address out on Facebook in a picture."
Oh, your information, yeah.
Yeah, so she went out and deleted it, even though that really doesn't mean anything. But still, if you post, if one of my godkids are all on Facebook except one, and I'll watch their profiles to make sure they're not posting something that's going to get them in trouble. I mean, I don't care if they come out and post, I did something today or whatever. That doesn't bother me. It's when they post a picture of themselves with something that identifies where they might be. so I watch that.
I mean, the only time I actually allow somebody to add them onto Facebook, like let's just say, for example, this is a perfect example, Jen, Love Muffin.
Mm-hmm.
She's followed our show for so many years.
She's on my page. I'll let her come on.
And I added her because she's a loyal listener, and she shows a lot of love, respect. A lot of times she shares her posts.
Never anything negative.
Yeah, and she doesn't put anything negative. So I'm like, okay, I'll add her to my Facebook. She's nice. I mean, you really have to show me a strong following so I can feel that trust from you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before I can actually allow you to be on my friends list for anywhere. Like Twitter, I don't really care about because Twitter's for the radio anyways.
Yeah.
And that's the only time I post anything. So
I can't control who follows me on Twitter. I mean, I suppose I can,
exactly.
But for the most part, I don't know anybody that follows me on Twitter. Maybe 10 out of the 86 followers I have, I actually know personally. So, I don't care if they follow me because I don't post anything that, most of what I post is stupid stuff anyway. So.
And Mike, you don't have a Twitter, do you?
I have a Twitter account. And I can't remember what the name is because I don't ever. I'm just serious. I don't ever use it. It's
I've been meaning to ask you about that. Like if you had a Twitter.
Well, because I don't understand. I have to go read. I'm gonna have to go read up on Twitter as far as how to make posts and do the hashtag thing and all that.
You can
because
do it
all
with your
that
eyes closed.
Huh?
You do it with your eyes closed.
I'm sure, but I gotta look at how to do it before I do it.
Yeah, I think I tried searching for you a while back, and I couldn't find you anywhere.
Well, I'm on there a couple times. I think I was on as the professor, under the professor.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was under as Mr. Value. Not my name. So
speaking of value, I'm just going to say this real quick. Today's show is brought to you by our great friends at Freedom. MC and Freedom. If you guys like to earn some free money for your broadcast and for your radio program, podcast, anything like that, head on over to our official website. Sign up for free today. They're not going to charge you anything to become a member. We are proud members of Freedom ourselves. We earn some pretty decent stuff coming in. We can earn some more. It would be nice. But we're going to have a bigger, stronger following. Would be nice. So go on over to our official website, www.102DLGRadioOrlando.com. Click on the Freedom logo and get started today. They'll hook you up with a little something special. Just let them know that 102 DLG Radio Orlando sent you. All right, back to what you were saying. I'm sorry.
So as far as Twitter goes, the last Twitter account I set up is on my iPad, right? So I'm getting all these messages on Twitter from all the sports teams and all the stuff that I follow.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how to answer it.
Oh my goodness!
So I never
teach him a couple of things.
But I've never been active in Twitter. Twitter came in, and I was Twitter. I mean, now it's enormous. It was another social media thing, huh?
This is how far I go back. I still have a MySpace account somewhere.
What?
I have one too,
Dude,
and I haven't been on it so long,
now.
but. Huh?
I said MySpace is all about music now. It has
That's
nothing
all
to do with.
Well, it was really about music then, and about the graphics of the page and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Setting up your pages and stuff. So,
yeah,
I enjoyed doing that. Mine was a big lightning storm, and it was all in purple. It was a pretty good page I had.
Yeah, mine had to do with DJ when I used to be heavy into DJing. I used to just always advertise and stuff. It was cool. It was a cool experience. It kind of sucks that it kind of changed it to something totally.
I'd like to start another social media site, but
jeez, you're gonna give me a headache, dude.
I'm almost afraid to know.
Bangbang.com.
It ain't on my mind, so it's on yours because you brought it up. I said another my.
I mean, what can I say?
I was thinking about one for sports, just strictly sports.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say, for those of you who are tuning in right now, hey, listen. We got a very special event coming up here on the radio program, and I've been posting it on Facebook. If you guys are interested, on May the 2nd, which falls on a Saturday night, I'm going to be broadcasting pretty much all night going into the next day. So, May 2nd, starting at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be broadcasting. We'll be celebrating our 5-year anniversary. Broadcasting with iHeartRadio and all the other radio program networks and stuff. We're going to do something special. So, we'll be broadcasting starting at 11, like I said. We'll be broadcasting into the next following day. So, maybe on Sunday, maybe Professor, maybe Kevin can join us for, celebrate the 5-year anniversary. If you guys come on for like an hour or two.
Yeah, I'll do it from the house. Skype on the house, yeah.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
And then also, too, we're going to be celebrating my birthday, baby. 39, baby. 39. So, if you guys want to know more information about that, just head on over to our Facebook page, and we'll provide you more information on that. There's actually an event already posted up there for you guys. So I look forward to having fun. We'll play some good tunes and stuff, and just kind of just go with the flow. Uh-oh. Oh, speaking of which, I got a message for both you, Professor, and Kevin.
Yes.
A couple of weeks ago, we were having some issues with one of our listeners, or controversial people, Orlando.
Yeah.
Had something to say. He wanted me to share some information with you guys that he wanted for me to tell you guys, and that is that he sent me some more information on my Facebook page in private message that he has proof on what we were talking about a couple weeks ago. But next week, I think we're going to share that with you guys. Just kind of, I'm going to send it to you guys. Kind of give you guys time to look it over.
Yeah, please do.
Just
absolutely
talk about it. And anyways, and he's really angry at both of you guys because he had, like I said, a couple months ago, he had some issues with Professor, and then like 2 weeks ago, he had an issue with Kevin, and he was just like, "This is total bullshit. Nobody believes what I'm saying."
I would really like to have him on the show to debate with all of us.
I would like to get him on the show.
Man, me too.
He works during the week, during the evening, and the only free time he has is during the weekend.
What special night can we do where we can get him on the show and do another show as a debate?
Like a Sunday or something like that.
It's fine.
For him to come on, like the morning show.
Kevin's at home and I'm at home.
Yeah.
We have no problem doing a show and debating.
He definitely had a lot to say in my personal Facebook
I bet
page,
he did.
In private message. And I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and relate the message. And he's like, yeah, here's my proof. And I'll tell you, my private message on Facebook has been blown up. Like, for the past 2 weeks.
Good.
And I'm to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm over this shit already.
Hey, Orlando, if you're listening, or if you listen to the rebroadcast, we would love to debate with you, and not argue with you, debate with you. There is a difference. Everybody's entitled to an opinion.
But listen,
and there's fact and there's fiction, and.
But the thing is, look, I've known Orlando almost 25 years, and it's come to the point where he's a very strong-minded person, and he will be one to really debate.
It's fine.
On the air. I'm talking about, like, throw the hammer at you.
Bring it to the table with two people who have taught at the college and at a very stressful age of and a stressful student body type that Kevin has had to deal with.
Yeah.
And I think we could have a really good debate because if you know women, they're already headstrong, but college women, college student, adult women, believe me, walked away many times shaking my head like after many debates in class. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I know Kevin dealing with those children, that's a debate. That's an ongoing debate.
Well, when you get to 4th and 5th grade, you think you know everything, and when you get to 6th grade, you're convinced you know everything.
That's what I'm talking about.
Besides, I'm not gonna argue with him. I'm just gonna explain to him why I'm right.
Exactly. Both of us will.
If he likes it, he likes it. If he doesn't, hey, it's everybody's opinion, right? We got OnePC Doc up in the chat right now. Thank you for coming by. OnePC Doc, he's one of the admins over at JustCast Live. Also, listen, I want to take the time to show some love to Vaughn because, they show us love too. We got some viewers up on Vaughn right now. So I want to take the time to say thank you to VaughnLive.tv. Also want to show some love to JustCastLive.tv for your support and continued support. You guys have shown me a lot of love on Vaughn tonight. on JustCast tonight. We got more viewers that I've seen on JustCast in a little while. So
yeah, JustCast, Vaughn, iHeart, iTunes. Everybody.
Yeah, I'm actually having some trouble with not iTunes.
iHeart. TuneIn.
They're having trouble communicating our broadcast through their network. I guess they're saying our stream is not going through with them, so they're having some issues.
Maybe it's our.
I'm fighting a battle with them right now.
Maybe it's our computer.
Email. What's that?
Maybe it's the computer.
No, it's not the computer, smartass. It's on their end. God, I can't take you guys fucking nowhere. I tell you.
Yeah, guys, so I want to take the time to also thank iHeartRadio. Also want to say some love to Livestream, Ustream.
We stream.
We all scream for ice cream. Yeah, we got a lot of too many damn freaking networks, man. Like I said, guys, if you enjoy what we do here, please take the time to hit that like, subscribe, and that follow button. Hey, were you going to say something?
No, I was just going to say, hopefully if you go in the bathroom, you have a great stream. Hey.
Oh, my God.
A long stream.
Hopefully somebody shoots straight around
Do you work Sunday, DJ?
I'm off Sundays.
Kevin, you're off?
Tuesdays and Sundays are my days off.
This Sunday, I will be down at Camp Shan shooting, so I am not going to be here this Sunday.
What's Camp Shan shooting?
Camp Shan's is the North Florida Boy Scout camp, and the troop I'm with is going shooting Sunday.
Are you a Boy Scout leader?
I am a committee member. I'm not a Scoutmaster. I'm a committee member.
So my question is, what are you going to be shooting, Kevin?
We're going to be shooting targets, and we're going to be shooting 22 rifles.
I'm gonna.
No. If I was going to do that, I'd take Mike with me.
I'm gonna post a picture on Facebook tonight.
Oh my goodness!
Brings back old memories. My mom gave me a picture of my my final year in Scouts when I was a Star Scout. I made it to Star, and then we left Connecticut at that time. But I was a Star Scout, so I'm gonna post that picture. You guys are gonna laugh.
You should. We
want to see some old school pictures. I'd like to see some old school pictures of you.
Yeah, I got some.
I'll post them up on the website.
Well, my hair is about like down to here. You can see my hair. That's when my hair was growing. I was letting it grow out. My mom was letting me let it grow, and it was down about here.
Yeah, so this Sunday I'll be getting up very early to drive 2.5 hours down to just outside of Gainesville to a little place called Melrose.
I know where Melrose is. I know where Gainesville stands in that little area.
We'll be shooting pretty much all day, and then I come home, and maybe we'll get home in time for the boy to take his girl out on his date.
That's over by the Lowe's. I was a rep for Lowe's and Home Depot.
So, question,
back in the 90s, yeah.
You said you're going to take the kid out on a date. The question is, do you stay with them on the date the whole time, or
as far away from them as I can?
Oh, so you chaperone, but you stay away.
Yeah. I mean, if we go to the movies, he sits where he's going to sit, and I sit somewhere away.
Just make sure there's no hole in the popcorn bag.
They're both good kids.
There's a hole in the box.
They're both really good kids.
Okay. I'm
she's
sure if it's your child, I'm sure he is.
Oh, she's a sweet girl. She's very sweet. She's super
That's
cool.
That's good. You know what? And it's cool to have. See, listen, there need to be more dads like Kevin out there who are really laid back and who trust their children to go out on a date like that, especially at a very early age. That's really respectable from you.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of parents check their kids' texts. I don't. I don't check his texts because that's his business. If I've done my job, I don't have to worry about it. Now there may come a time when I want to, but
So what would you do if they were on a date and you're sitting in the back of the theater, whatever you're doing, and you see her lean over and give him a kiss? How would you react?
It wouldn't bother me because I've already seen it, so it wouldn't bother me.
Well, there's something that could be said. You said he's 11?
Yeah.
So 3 years.
He seems like he's a good kid.
Well, actually 13.
Yeah.
13, they're finally figuring out that they're a teenager now. They think they're they're the bomb. But 14 is when they really start getting into the
experimental stages.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy they don't go to school together. But she goes to our church and she was in his class last year, so they've known each other since 2nd grade, I think. So I don't have too much to worry about because I know her parents fairly well, and they know us, so it's okay.
Well, that's good. Yeah, it's got that nice.
I mean, let's put it this way: she at one point she was going out with someone else back in like 4th grade or something, and her parents said no, and then she said, "Well, I want to go out with Mr. Tapee's son," and her dad said, "Okay, that one's acceptable."
Aww.
I don't know if that's a strike or a swing.
I mean,
considering that when you're a father with daughters, you're usually very, very controlling and very strict about your daughters.
No, I'm just kidding. If I was going out with somebody's daughter, I would expect them to be that way.
Yeah, so I don't have that to worry about anything. I don't think.
Well, that's good, and it shows that you're a great parent.
Well, I mean, considering I married Denise and her dad's a minister, I mean, really,
That's true. That's true.
I have no issue with that.
Very true.
So how would you guys feel next week on the show? I'm going to give you that freedom again to go ahead and put some stuff together. I'm also going to put that one segment together from Orlando that he wanted to kind of put out there. But next week I would like to go ahead and let you guys pretty much write next week's show and see what you guys come up with again.
All right. Deal. I liked it. I liked it the first time, so sure, why not?
You guys did an awesome job the last time with everything, and if you guys got guests you guys want to get on the show, you guys are welcome to start booking people on the show too. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and take the time, and before we get ready to head out of here, I want to take the time to let everybody know that if you guys really enjoy what we do here, please take the time to, again, spread the love. Let everybody know about the show, and most importantly, feel free to donate to our program. All you got to do is go on over to our official website, www.102dlgradioorlando.com. Click on the donate button. There's a couple ways you can donate. Mainly, if you guys want to get a receipt for your donations, I was going to recommend clicking on the, oh my God, what is the icon over there? The PayPal icon, because that'll send you a receipt right away for your files, and you guys can write it off as a tax write-off, and it'll help you guys up when you're filing your taxes. Hey, listen, it is file tax season.
Yeah, listeners, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. I just started wearing. No, honestly, I just started wearing shoes again after 5 weeks. This is the 5th week, and I'm actually back in the shoes after having foot surgery. But my toes are half an inch shorter, and it's a lot thicker and swollen still. So I'm trying to experiment with shoes. So I really do need a new pair of shoes, but I don't want to invest a ton of money. So if you'd like to donate to the Michael cause, the Michael the Professor cause,
Michael the Professor cause, my God,
for a new pair of shoes, just go ahead and donate.
Also, too, if you guys do donate to the show, just so you guys know, if you ever see any of our shows, we have a 4th camera that shoots down in the studio. That's pretty much where all the donations go to, pretty much. So you guys know it goes to help us, put better equipment into our studio. Also, I just went out and got some new T-shirts designed so I can send to these guys for doing such a great job, for helping me out. Also, too, I would like to do something special for you guys sometime soon. Like take you guys out to dinner together, kind of just hang out, have a day together. Because you guys are doing this for me for free. You know
well,
what I mean?
in a couple of weeks, we're gonna make an adventure to Jacksonville.
Yeah, we'll
drive up there,
guys
and
just
Kevin's up there.
Out.
So
come on up.
And you can show me Jacksonville. Just don't take me to any of the hooker sections, because I'm not interested.
Well, you got to go right through one to get to his house.
To my house?
Yeah. Because I'm coming off of Phillips. No, I'm coming off of Phillips Highway across the beach right there, probably.
Oh yeah. Well, there you would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there you would. I don't know where any of these places are. So
maybe you could go check out some of the landmarks that are out there. That'd be kind of awesome. Maybe do some taping stuff out there.
I haven't lived in Jacksonville in years, and I can tell you where they're all at. And I don't even go to them, but I know where they're all at.
Studs Pub.
I'm happy. As long as I got the freaking, as long as I got a Chili's nearby, I'm good.
There's several of them around here. There's one at Regency, one down at Bay Meadows.
Where do you live, Kevin? What area?
Do you know where, well, you probably know it as St. Luke's Hospital. You know where that is? Down off of Butler and Belfort, right there at 95.
Exactly.
Yeah, I live about a mile and a half north of there.
I had that surgery when I had that lymph node removed over there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I live about a mile and a half north. Just past Touchton, if you know where Touchton is, off Belfort Road.
Belfort and Touchton, and you would come off of JTB right there.
Right.
Because it's all changed the way it is now.
Yeah, it's crazy. You get off, take a left onto Belfort, and you go about a mile and a half north, and my street's a little tiny dead-end street. Right past Touchton. First street on the left, on the right.
What's that pub over there where we used to play pool? Is that still there?
Oh, Six Pockets? I don't think it's there anymore. I don't know. I haven't been by there in a while. The last time I went by there, they had sold half of it.
Uh-huh.
They sold the restaurant half. Because you remember you used to have a place you could eat.
Yeah.
He had, I forget the guy's name now, the pizza place. He sold that. And then he had just the pool place. But then another pool place, 2 of them opened up within like a quarter mile of there, and within weeks he was gone.
Wow.
Because they're 2 really nice ones. One is back. It's off Beach Boulevard, not too far from the Sam's Club, and then there's another one up near where the fire tower is on Beach Boulevard.
Fire tower.
Yeah, the fire tower right there at Peach and Beach.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's one there.
Okay.
So, but I can't even remember that guy's name, but he's been gone for a while now.
So yeah, let's plan something. Let's do something, and let's go out, have some lunch or whatever it is, have a couple of drinks, and just shoot the wind.
I'm sure Denise will get rid of me for a day.
What's that? Get rid of you for a day.
Get rid of me for a day.
All right, guys. If you guys enjoy the show, please take the time to hit the follow button. You can look us up under Twitter at DLG Radio Orlando. You can go to our official website. All the information is there on the screen for you. www.102dlgradioorlando.com. Look us up under Facebook under 102.DLG Radio FM. Also, we want to follow Kevin, the Iceman Tapee on Facebook. All the information is there at the bottom of the screen for you as well. It's at Tapee K. You can always hit him up at the hashtag The Weekly Rundown Live. If you guys got any questions via the show, he'll feel free to kind of respond to you. And, of course, the Professor, we don't know what his freaking Twitter is just yet. We're going to have to look that up and try to get that up there for him.
I'll work on it.
Otherwise, we're going to have to try to create a new Facebook, Twitter page for you. I'll do one for you or whatever it is.
Yeah, we'll have to do one.
If I have to.
We'll have to do one.
But with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much. And, guys, you guys have been freaking amazing today. For the Professor, the Iceman, and yours truly, DJ Friktion, thank you guys so much for tuning into the Weekly Rundown. We'll see you guys soon. Until next time, y'all stay safe.
Peace.
Thank you guys.
Peace.
Are you a man but you're turned off by monster trucks? Have you ever watched the bridges of Madison County? Have you forgotten how to scratch yourself? If so, talk to your doctor, because you could be one of the 10 million men suffering in silence from a condition known as menopause. Menopause afflicts men over the age of 40 and is one of the leading causes of depression, the loss of manliness, and the popularity of movies starring Owen Wilson. But there is hope. Girly Man No More. Girly Man No More has been scientifically and clinically proven to increase manliness. Talk to your doctor to see if Girly Man No More is right for you. Girly Man No More should only be used as directed by your physician. Possible side effects include death, sudden loss of limbs, temporary disembowelment, rage, clammy hands, hairy palms, hearing voices, busy signals, extreme attraction to squirrels, and fear of elevators. Girly Man No More is not for men who are pregnant or who may become pregnant. Do not take Girly Man No More if you have hands or if you are currently taking any other medicine. So talk to your doctor and call now for a free trial. Girly Man No More. Also available in a topical cream. But that's just wrong.
Listen up, Central Florida. Looking for entertainment for your next children's party? Then we have the entertainment for you. From Jesse the Clown and Friends. That's right, we said it. Jesse the Clown and Friends. Enjoy face painting, balloon animals, magic shows, plus so much more. Let Jesse and Friends entertain your next birthday party. For more information, check out www.jesseclown.com. Again, that is www.jesseclown.com, or call 407-319-1983 and let them know that 102.DLG Radio FM sent you. What are you waiting for? Call them now!
Hi, I'm Nick Jonas. Between TV appearances, recording, and performing, I've had a busy year. But I wanted to take a minute to tell you about something very personal to me: juvenile diabetes. In 2005, I was diagnosed with diabetes. I became one of the 3 million Americans with type 1 diabetes. And each year, 15,000 new kids are diagnosed just in the US. So, if you have diabetes, you're not alone. And if you don't, You can learn more and help by calling the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation at 800-533-CURE. That's 800-533-CURE. Stay informed and stay in control.